mountains high to the oceans deep. All creation your praise will keep. From the morning.
Day 53 of 100 Days Battle Against Destiny. God's altar versus Satan's altar topic. The strength of Israel will fight for you. Meaning of the topic. The strength of Israel will fight for you speaks about God as the undefeatable defender of his people. The phrase, strength of Israel, refers to God's sovereign power, covenant faithfulness, and divine authority. It emphasizes that when a believer aligns with God's altar, God himself takes over the battle, spiritual, physical, or destiny-related. This is not just about passive waiting, but about standing in faith, obedience, and alignment with God, while he manifests his power against opposing forces. In the context of God's altar versus Satan's altar, it means every battle initiated from evil altars is countered by a higher altar, God's altar. When God rises as your defender, no demonic resistance can prevail. Your victory is not by human strength, but by divine intervention. Subtitle 1. God is the divine warrior. God is not just a protector, he is a warrior who fights strategically and decisively. Explanation. When God fights, he confuses enemies. He overturns evil plans. He delivers without human struggle. Biblical analogy 1. The Red Sea deliverance. When the Israelites were trapped between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea, they had no escape plan. Lesson. God stepped in and fought without Israel lifting a weapon. The sea became both a path for deliverance and a weapon of destruction. Subtitle 2. The power of God's altar over evil altars. Every altar speaks. God's altar speaks victory, mercy, and covenant, while satanic altars speak bondage, delay, and destruction. Explanation. Evil altars raise battles against destinies. God's altar neutralizes and destroys those operations. Victory comes when your life is connected to God's altar through righteousness and prayer. Biblical analogy 2. Elijah versus the prophets of Baal. On Mount Carmel, two altars were raised, one to God and one to Baal. Lesson. The altar that answered by fire proved the true God. God's altar consumed not only the sacrifice but also destroyed the influence of the false altar. Subtitle 3. Your position in God's battle plan. Even though God fights, you have a role. Trust him. Obey his instructions. Remain spiritually aligned. Explanation. God does not fight for those who walk in disobedience. Your alignment activates his intervention. Biblical analogy 3. David and Goliath. David faced Goliath, but he declared that the battle belonged to God. Lesson. David showed up physically, but God gave the victory supernaturally. 5 Bible verses with full explanation. 1. Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Quote. Explanation. This verse reveals that God takes full responsibility for battles beyond human strength. Hold your peace means to trust and not panic, even when the situation looks impossible. 2. Deuteronomy 20:4. For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Quote. Explanation. God doesn't send help from afar, he goes with you into the battle. His presence guarantees victory and preservation. 3. 1 Samuel 17:47. For the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Quote. Explanation. David understood that victory is determined by God, not by size, weapons, or experience. When God fights, outcomes defy logic. 4. 2 Chronicles 20:15. For the battle is not yours, but God's. Quote. Explanation. This was declared during a national crisis. God reassures his people that they are not alone, and the burden of victory rests on him. 5. Isaiah 49:25. I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children. Quote. Explanation. God becomes personally involved in conflicts against his people. He doesn't just defend you, he also secures your future generations. Key takeaways. God's strength is superior to every opposition. Victory is guaranteed when you are aligned with God's altar. You are not fighting alone, God is your defender. Conclusion. The strength of Israel will fight for you, is a call to faith, alignment, and confidence in God's power. No matter the battle, spiritual, destiny, or generational, when God steps in, every opposing altar is silenced. Your responsibility is to remain connected to God. His responsibility is to give you victory. Number 21 Hot Prayer Points. O Lord, the strength of Israel, arise and fight every battle assigned against my life in Jesus' name. Father, take over every battle that is beyond my strength and give me divine victory. Every enemy pursuing my destiny, be swallowed like Pharaoh's army in Jesus' name. O God, contend with those who contend with me and silence them permanently. Every evil altar speaking against my life, catch fire and be destroyed in Jesus' name. By the power of God, I withdraw my name and destiny from every satanic altar. Lord, fight my battles in places I cannot see and win for me completely. Every hidden enemy working against my progress, be exposed and disgraced. O Lord, release your power and scatter every organized attack against my destiny. I receive divine intervention in every situation that looks impossible in my life. Every power stronger than me, hear the word of the Lord, be subdued now. O God of Israel, arise and turn my battles into testimonies. Every trap set for me by the enemy, backfire in Jesus' name. Lord, let your presence go with me and grant me victory on every side. I refuse to fight alone, Father, step in and take control of my battles. Every stubborn challenge in my life, bow to the power of God now. O Lord, defend me and deliver me from those too strong for me. Let every evil counsel against my life be turned into foolishness. Father, arise in your anger and scatter every enemy of my destiny. I declare, the battle is not mine, it belongs to the Lord, therefore I win. O strength of Israel, fight for me today, and let my enemies be put to shame.